I gotcha. You thought I was going to play Waveman from Mega Man 5, but no! I'm going to scratch another game off the list, Mega Man 3 for the PC, which is actually one of the best games in the series. As you can tell from the center picture there, Mega Man plays through the entire game while passing a kidney stone. It's a really innovative concept. I also really like the load times. I selected Waveman something like a minute and a half ago. It really gives you time to sort of ponder the wisdom of your mission. Oh, here we are. Now, Waveman's level has some fantastic music, as you can tell, and it takes place on the ocean, or rather a barge above the ocean. This is the first enemy we meet, and we only meet him if we decide to go down, which I don't think we have to do. But let's fight him. Oh my god, that was close. Oh, this was almost an outtake. It almost wasn't a no-damage run. This is also one of the few games where Mega Man can swim, and by one of the few, I mean the only. Interesting thing about Mega Man when he's swimming is that his body shrinks by about 60% while his head stays the same size. Really cool. One neat thing is when he climbs ladders, you'll notice that his hands don't actually touch the ladder, which is, from what I understand about robotics, 100% accurate. Their hands just need to be on either side. But yeah, it's kind of cool that there's no music because it really sort of, you know, well, you know. Great sound effects too. It's the same sound effect for everything, I believe. That's not Sniper Joe. That's, I think, just an innocent man in a hazmat suit. But we killed him. He doesn't respawn, which is one of the very few differences between this and the other games in the Mega Man Classic series. Otherwise, I think this is actually a pretty faithful game. A lot of people give it crap, but they haven't played it. If they played it, I think they'd really realize that this game has a lot to offer. In fact, I usually don't rank it with the other Mega Man games, but if I did, it would easily be in my, well, I almost said top 3, probably top 2. Yeah, it would definitely have to be this, and maybe Mega Man 8 for number 1. Oh shit, this bee is so oh god, okay. This bee with lobster claws is so tough. Kidding. Obviously. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Maybe I just feel bad about the lack of outtakes in the last video. Maybe I just want to end on a challenge. Maybe I just hate myself and want to die. Waveman. This isn't going to be pretty, is it? Interesting thing about Waveman's stage. It almost seems like it was designed for perfect runners. Yeah, there's no enemies. Just a lot of obstacles. So if all you have is a buster, big deal. There are enemies later on in the stage, of course, but they come during the Wave Bike section, and you can't use Robot Master weapons there anyway. You may wish to count these little spine guys as enemies, and you're welcome to do so, but I think they're indestructible. So again, really no harm for a perfect runner. And then of course there's Waveman himself, who is actually a lot easier to take out no damage with the Mega Buster than he is with his weakness. His weakness, unfortunately, is the charge kick. The charge kick, like the top spin, actually is really difficult to use without taking damage yourself, so we won't bother with that. I think I mentioned in my Let's Play of Mega Man 5 that this section here actually it seems like a reference to Splash Woman rather than the other way around. Yeah, sorry about that, but it's a fairly tricky jump to make. The one bad thing about Waveman's stage is that it kind of bores me to tears. You have to go all this way before you get to any enemies, and that's, I don't know. It's tough not to have an itchy trigger finger when you play Mega Man so much. But we are through to the Wave Bike section, which is destined to dominate the outtakes reel. And yeah, forgive me if I go quiet. But this is actually a really hard section to do without taking damage. We do have a mini-boss to contend with, but we don't really get to abuse him in any way, thanks to the lack of Robot Master weapons. So let's just be really careful and hope he dies easily. He did. Unfortunately, this part is hell. Come on. Oh my god, we made it. I really gotta scratch my eye after that. Wow, okay, we are through to Waveman. Let's hope this works. Waveman can be a real pain in the butt. Starting is the hardest part with him, so let's hope that goes well. Okay, a few near misses. Holy fucking hell. God, I got good at this game. Yeah. Wow. Like Skullman, Waveman gave me a lot of trouble in my, rehearsals. But yeah, that was, jeez. I'm really sorry that my quiet run is the one that counted. Like, really sorry, because I had some much more interesting things to say in the previous runs. Oh well, you'll never get to see those. Well, apart from the outtakes, that is. So at this point, it's actually quicker to count the Mega Man 5 Robot Masters we haven't taken on. Those would be Crystal Man, and somebody else who I'd prefer not to name. Is that enough of a hint of my intentions for you? I hope it is. And I hope you tune in. It might be a little while, but yes, another board down. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Enjoy the outtakes. There aren't actually any enemies unless you count the little spine guys. At least not until you get to the doesn't matter. Interesting thing about the Waveman stage is that it seems like it's practically designed to be handled. Waveman himself is actually really easy to defeat with the Mega Buster. Great. Okay, this is the section that's actually really tough. Fortunately, the hitboxes are pretty fair. It seems like Mega Man can take damage, but if the bike gets hit, and only the bike, you're going to be okay. Which I think is abnormally fair for a Mega Man game. Oh! Yeah, welcome to Bit Trip Mega Man. Going for a perfect run here, you have your work cut out for you. No words. Mini boss here, but we can't really abuse him too much. He can abuse us, though. Alright, board number 4 is complete. That is a really great feeling. I honestly cannot stress enough the fact that I wasn't sure that I would even be able to do one board. Yeah, I feel pretty great, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not stopping yet, so yeah. Pretty good selection of Robot Masters here, some easy ones, some very difficult ones, but overall, very nice variety. So yeah, I had a great time with this one. Time will tell what Board 5 involves, if I can even complete it. We'll find out. But first, Waveman. Waveman was an interesting surprise. I honestly expected that I would be flooded, no pun intended, with outtakes, and I wasn't. I got really lucky. Unfortunately, my luck had to come on a run during which I wasn't really saying much. I apologize for that. I tried to leave a little more chatter in the outtakes so you'd get an idea of what the previous runs were like. But yeah, Waveman's vehicle segment is one that I really love. I know a lot of people are critical of it, but I think it's an excellent shakeup for the series. And I think it's the only vehicle stage in the entire classic series. It's an awful lot of fun. But it's also really difficult to do without taking damage. It's not totally up to luck, but yeah, it's tough to memorize what's coming where. The one thing that is up to luck is Waveman himself when you first enter that room. I thought it would take me 20 attempts. The reason for that is the vehicle stage combined with Waveman's first attack. If he causes the jet of water to come up too close to you, it's actually pretty difficult to avoid him, and avoid his projectile. It's not impossible, at least I don't think it ever actually is impossible, but it is really tough. And that didn't happen. So I hate to say that I got lucky, because it was a lot of hard work, but here we are. And instead of 20 runs, it only took me 8. Yeah, pretty awesome feeling to be done with this one, and to be done in, with such a wide spread under par. I'm very happy with this. It's a great way to finish out board number 4, and I hope you stick with me through board number 5. Leave your comments below. Again, as usual, there may be a delay before the next board starts up, but we'll get there. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. Have a great night.